CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Glad you could be with us on this Friday. It started as a traffic stop and turned into an $85,000 drug bust for North Bay Police. A 48-year-old man was stopped in the Marshall Avenue area around midnight yesterday. Police found cash and a small amount of fentanyl and arrested the man. They executed a search warrant for his residence and found nearly 600 grams of illicit drugs, pellet guns, conducted energy weapons, along with cash and other items. The 48-year-old is facing 4 charges, including possession for the purpose of trafficking. All right, it's time for your first check on weather. Cold, windy, and wet on this Friday. Can we expect much the same for the weekend? For more details, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman.
Hey, why not, Tony? It was like driving through a car wash earlier on today with the high winds and rain. And of course, the winds will diminish, but the wind warnings are still in effect for northeastern Ontario. Your first take on weather brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at CAA.ca. This is the system right now that is trying to move easterly to the province of Quebec. We'll take a look at some of the weekend conditions. We've got the chance of precipitation, but yes, Tony, some cooler weather. And again, maybe the odd sunny break or two, but not nearly as nice as last weekend. Back in a few with more.
Thanks for that, Rick. Residents of a low-income independent living complex in North Bay South End could be forced out as early as next year. That's because the assisted living facility needs major repairs. CTV's Eric Tashner has more.
So this window cannot be open.
Natalie Keating has lived at Ferris Massey Drive, West Winds Village Complex for 7 years. Last week, she received an eviction notice.
Well, I filled out for the emergency housing.
In March, the Physically Handicapped Adults Rehabilitation Association, or FARA, started the Save Massey Drive campaign, seeking millions to renovate the units. There has been a lot of water damage over the years, and the heating systems also need to be upgraded.
I had a plug sink for a month, and it went moldy. And it took them almost 3 days to unplug it.
At the time, FARA officials were optimistic that the money would flow in from the community or different levels of government. But the organization has only been able to generate about 15% of the needed $8.4 million.
It remains part of the social housing fabric of our community. Social housing is needed not only here, but across all the communities.
The buildings provide different rental options, including geared to income rent, subsidized rent, market rent, and numerous units are designated for assisted living. Currently, about 80 people live in 40 of the 48 units.
FARA's interest remains not rebuild, repair Massey, and rebuilding starting from scratch is not something that's under consideration by FARA at this time.
The organization has provided services in North Bay and surrounding area for more than 50 years. The N13 notice allows the group to legally evict tenants to allow repairs to be done to the units. FARA is pushing all levels of government for immediate financial aid.
We continue to advocate and work with all of our community partners and government organizations for that intention.
As for residents like Keating, they are worried that they won't have a roof over their head come early next year.
It's very frustrating. It's gross.
Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
The City of Timmins is going to begin accessibility improvements at the McIntyre Community Centre's main entrance on Monday. The city says construction is expected to continue until the end of October. While the city says it appreciates everyone's patience, the president of the Timmins Rock Junior A Hockey Club has several concerns. CTV's Lydia Chubak reports.
The McIntyre Community Centre was established during the Great Depression, a time when construction consideration was not given to people who live with disabilities. On Monday, the City of Timmins will begin work to upgrade the Heritage Building's front entranceway. In a news release to the media, the city explains the exterior stairs will be replaced and the main entrance ramp will be upgraded to meet the current Accessibility for Ontarians with Disabilities Act requirements, including improvements to the ramp slope, width, handrails, and landing design. One organization that calls this community centre home is the Timmins Rock Junior A Hockey Club. Its president, Ted Gooch, posted to the club's Facebook page yesterday what it calls an official notice of the club's concerns over the timing of the construction. Gooch wrote the request for tender closed on June 25th, but the contractor was only awarded the contract on August 5th. Why the delay? And he urges the city to postpone work until spring for a number of reasons, including loss of revenue. CTV News requested an interview today with Gooch, but he said he wasn't sure if he'd be interested in an on-air interview. CTV News also requested an interview with the City of Timmins, but the communications coordinator told us no one, including the mayor, was available for comment. The media release says arena access will be available through the side parking lot and rear doors. The closure of the main entranceway also means the Timmins Fire Department has had to reduce arena capacity by 461 persons, which Gooch says also puts a dent in the Rock's revenue. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. First, though, let's head to North Bay. There's a live webcam shot of Worthington Street, courtesy of the City of North Bay. It's 12 Celsius. We will return in just a few minutes.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Crazy weather, that's what we experienced, at least in Greater Sudbury for, sometime earlier around 1, 2 o'clock. There was also a tornado warning issued by Environment Canada for Lake Nipissing and reports of activity in St. Charles and area as well. So again, high winds and lots of rain. And of course, here's the system as it moves easterly to the province of Quebec. This is what it's going to look like for tomorrow as well by about noon. Still remnants of the precipitation, and we have the chance of showers for both Saturday and Sunday, as you are about to see with some of the numbers. Not as warm as we'd like, but it will warm up. Chance of showers in Sudbury Nickel Belt for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Gets better by Tuesday, 18 with the sun and cloud. But again, those temperatures 14, 17, then 18 by next week. How about the Sioux and Algoma? Chance of showers for Saturday and Sunday at 40%. Sunshine on Monday, I like that, at 19 degrees. Chance of showers on Tuesday, also 19, then dropping down by a few degrees by next Wednesday. Cool nights, yes, they are about to be upon us regularly, to say the least. Take a look at some of these temperatures. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, 5, 4, then 8 and 9, then back down to 3. Daytime highs 13, 10, 15 and 16 for the next couple of days. Chance of showers for no less than 5 consecutive days. Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, mainly cloudy for tomorrow at 16. Chance of showers Sunday and Monday. 12, then 17, then 19 Tuesday with the cloud cover. Chance of showers by next Wednesday, dropping down to 14. So we'll get a bit of warmth Monday, Tuesday, then cooling down once again by the middle of next week. And how about North Bay, West Nipissing? Lots of shower activity there today. Chance of showers for, well, tomorrow at 17, 15 on Sunday, 18 on Monday as it warms up, 22 Tuesday, sun and cloud, then back down to 16 with the chance of showers. So it's that on again, off again effect for the forecast, Tony, for the next couple of days. So chance of showers, we'll get a bit of a break early next week and some warmer temperatures. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. The federal government announced a $1 million investment to support mining innovation in the north today. As CTV's Alana Everson explains, the money will help a Sudbury college expand research and training with mining companies in the region.
Sudbury MP Vivian Lapointe says the federal government is making investments to future-proof the workforce. The money will also help local businesses adopt new technologies through partnerships with the Centre for Smart Mining at Cambrian College.
This allows our mining companies, our small mining companies, to really adapt and adopt new technologies that are happening in the mining sector. And then it helps students gain and learn those skills, and that addresses the workforce labor that we hear so much about, skilled labor.
Sandvik Mining is a partner with the Centre for Smart Mining, and students have developed prototypes to improve safety and efficiency.
It gives them the opportunity to work on something and work with global partners and produce something that we can use afterwards before they get into the workforce. They're networking, and we're also networking with the next generation of employees.
For Sudbury, for Northern Ontario, and for Canada, it's indispensable to have a place like this where companies can get the skills, get the talent, get the equipment to make them more innovative, to tackle the challenges we need them to do to keep moving the mining sector forward.
Eric Clement is a third-year mechanical engineering technology student and values the opportunity to work on electric vehicle innovation.
My family's been working in mining for 2 generations now, if not longer, and being able to validate electric vehicle designs in a sustainable way, as well as to promote sustainability in the mining sector, is very important to me.
The funding will help the Centre for Smart Mining work with 145 small to medium-sized companies in Northern Ontario in the areas of automation, AI, and electric vehicle development. Elena Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
With the cost of university soaring, some parents are encouraging their kids to go to trade schools, but testing centres for apprentice certifications are few and far between. We'll have more on both those topics coming up at 6 o'clock. It has too many pets coming up on CTV News at 5. Pets say Sudbury has too many animals and needs people.
You know there's a lot to love in Sudbury, and today I'm with Dan Exelon of the Sudbury Food Bank. Dan, thanks for dropping by.
Thank you for the invite. We appreciate it. This
is your home, and we're talking about the evolution of the Sudbury Food Bank over the course of the last several years. The success story of this Sudbury Food Bank has been phenomenal.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It was quite the time in those days. There are a couple of great Sudburyans, Joffrey Lougheed, Father Brian McKee, George Cook. Many of these wonderful individuals came together, and they decided that we need to get more food out to the people that need it, and easier for them to access it, in the sense that if you're hungry, you don't want to be coming from Hammer to come into Sudbury. So they came up with a system called the Spoke and Hub system, which in effect is just one centralized hub, and then we supply food to all the outlying areas. So technically, I think Sudbury could take a little bit of credit for that new system that's being used all across the province, if not the country. So it's pretty cool. Bigger, more efficient, a better job, more healthier foods and such like that, to where we are now with a massive board of directors, an incredible executive, magnificent volunteers, paid staff, and we've gone from the first year where we gave away about $60,000 in food and funds, and we're very proud of ourselves, to an organization now that does well over six and a half a year, which is pretty friggin' incredible for a lifetime. Very proud of what we've done in Sudbury here.
Dan, you couldn't have done it without the assistance of the Lougheed Foundation. Joffrey Lougheed, Jerry Jr., they have been phenomenal in their support, the kindness, and of course, the reaction to the need. It's been incredible.
It has been incredible, and their support of the organization and what we've done over all these many years has allowed us to be where we are. I mean, we would have still been here, but I highly doubt that we would have been here to the caliber that we are if it was not for the Lougheed Foundation.
Dan, it's September. You are going to be a busy man over the course of the next 3 months. What do we got going on?
Oh, over the next 3 months, it's going to be an exciting time for the food bank there. We are having some fairly big events. There's a lot of wonderful third-party events that are coming out to help the Sudbury Food Bank, and we thank them for that. We also have our own signature events. We have the Edgar Burton Christmas Food Drive, which I'm sure most people in the community know about, starting just after Remembrance Day. And then we also have our Art of Dessert evening coming on Thursday, November the 7th, which is the launch of our Christmas and holiday card campaign. And I mean, I believe you've been at a couple of those, have you not? Is that not a wild evening or what, right? I mean, that is just a blast. So we've got those two big ones coming up there, you know, and then there's several others that are coming through other organizations. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's a new one out there, I don't know if you've heard about it yet, called the Spirit of the North. Very exciting opportunity. I think that's going to be very impressive to be out there and see what happens there. There's a few concerts coming up. You can check our website to find out what those are and such like that. These are done by other parties. They are not our actual events, but they're assisting the Sudbury Food Bank. So we're very blessed, as I said, and as I've said in the past, we were built by the community for the community, and it's the community that keeps us going, and we can't thank them enough for that.
Dan Exelon, thank you so much for doing this.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate you folks being here.
Show your love for Sudbury by joining us next week at the same time.
Thanks for that, Rick. The need for animal fosters continues to grow across the north, and an organization in Sudbury says it's in trouble. And if more people don't sign up to help, it won't be able to help more animals this fall or winter. CTV's Lindsay Alick explains.
Pet Save and Lively currently has over 400 cats, kittens, dogs, and puppies, despite having 200 foster parents on any given day.
We're over capacity. Literally, they're living in our reception area of our vet clinic. They're in our lobby, on our main floor, and we're in big trouble.
Passat says there are 3 options when it comes to fostering, including picking up a pet for just a day.
We also have weekend fostering, which is great for those busy families who have a busy life all week but really want to enjoy a pet. The other fostering that we do is also the long-term fosters, those who take our fosters and keep them until they found a home, which sometimes can go anywhere from 3 weeks to 6 months these days. Because of the severe overpopulation, long-term fostering is longer term than usual.
We actually adopted from Pet Save 12 years ago. Unfortunately, this year we had to put him down. I have 3 small children that loved him to death, but we're a busy family. He works full time, so to have a pet right now full time is too much for us. So fostering is a perfect thing for us because I can now take a dog whenever it's good for us and give that dog a chance to have a happy life, you know, for those a little few days rather than being in a shelter.
Meantime, at the SPCA in Sudbury, officials there say they have 8 foster families with 34 animals in care at the center and foster homes. Right now, they are looking for more specialized help.
We're hoping to find people who can take on some of our medical cases, such as mothers who have just had kittens, puppies that need a little extra care, as well as someone who can take on the anxiety of some of our puppies that they're seeing in the center here so that they can be more calm in the home and have a better time at finding an adoptable home.
Anything that comes up, the SPCA is very supportive, whether it's behavioral or like material needs. Like I've never wanted for food or training pads.
Whether it's Pet Save or the SPCA, both organizations say everything is supplied, so there is no out-of-pocket cost to fosters. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
World Suicide Prevention Day is next Wednesday, a global day dedicated to saving lives and raising awareness. In North Bay, the Canadian Mental Health Association is announcing free services, and Sudbury will host an event leading up to the day. CTV's Amanda Hicks has more.
World Suicide Prevention Day falls on September 10th. The Suicide Safer Network, which covers Sudbury and Manitoulin, is offering an event this weekend and will offer various free resources next week. Officials say recognizing the day is important, with 12 people dying in Canada every day by suicide.
Within our region, the statistics show that there's a higher incidence of suicide within Northern Ontario in the Sudbury and Manitoulin regions. And so it's important for our community to make sure that we're aware and we have the education so that as a community we can support one another.
The Canadian Mental Health Association, North Bay and District will be offering an 8-week support group for suicide grief and a suicide alertness workshop called Safe Talk. The support group provides a safe, non-judgmental and compassionate space for people who have lost someone to suicide. The Safe Talk workshop runs half a day to teach those 18 and up the signs to watch out for. Both services are free with limited spots available.
Having that prevention and post-vention support to assist with gaining the tools and training in order to assist with the prevention intervention if someone's having thoughts of suicide. And on the other end, post-vention support being accessible to community members who have experienced a loss is very important to help them navigate that unique grief journey.
Those kinds of trainings are very important because, one, it reduces the stigma associated to suicide, but also it just helps to bolster our community to make it that we are able to act if ever there's someone within our community that is struggling and needs some support.
Registrations are now open for the free CMHA services in North Bay. In Sudbury, a family-friendly event will be held from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow here at the new Sudbury Centre to mark World Suicide Prevention Day. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
And if you or someone you know needs help, you can access the Suicide Crisis Helpline by dialing 988 or visit 988.ca. Well, it's a big weekend for fall fairs. When we return, we'll tell you which ones are on tap. You're watching First at 5. This is a popular time of year for fall fairs. Last night marked the opening of the 116th annual Fall Fair in Englehart. There was nail driving contest, jugglers, food vendors, and all sorts of fun put on by the Englehart and District Agricultural Society. It'll be running all weekend. More details can be found on the Society's Facebook page. Good job juggling there. Just up the road in Timmins, it's going to be a busy weekend. That city's fall fair is happening tomorrow and Sunday. There will be a herding demonstration, a farm animal show, a sweet peas contest, pony rides, vendors, and so much more. The two-day event is taking place at the Mount Joy Arena. To Sudbury now, George Bardeja emailed us this picture. He says, a finch was feasting at a spider web. I guess you could call this low-hanging fruit, or in this case, bugs. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can always email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. I almost forgot, Bruce Mines Agricultural Society also Fall Fair today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Finally, Chinese culture will be celebrated in Greater Sudbury this weekend at the 3rd Annual Moon Festival. It will include traditional entertainment like Chinese dancing and music, plus food vendors and family-friendly activities. In Chinese culture, the Moon Festival is held around the autumnal equinox and celebrates harvest and the full moon. The event is organized by the Chinese Association of Greater Sudbury and is planned for tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Grace Hartman Amphitheater in Bell Park. And CTV's Angela Gemmell is one of the MCs for the day. And there's more news for the North folks coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.